Hello everybody, my name is Andy Gray, I'm living in True HD, and today it's all about how can you stay creative and always giving out. What do you do? Time to start the chicken. Okay, right, so I'm super creative and I'm doing things all the while. I'm an artist, I'm a minister, I'm always telling stories, I work with children, I'm a dad, oh my word, the time I'm always creating and always coming out with stuff. And even if I say I just need a break, I'm going to sit down for a while and take it easy. Oh, I've just got a great new idea. And everybody's always saying, how come you got so many ideas? Did you know Alice in Wonderland? Okay, Alice in Wonderland. And I think it was the Queen of Hearts saying to Alice, she said, do you know what, dear? I believe so many things before breakfast. I come up with lots of ideas as much as possible, and I'm always being creative. And the question is, how do I manage to do that? How am I always so creative? Well, I suppose it's part of who I am. But if you're somebody who's always giving out, then you actually always need to be taking in. When I go to the shops with my wife, as I've mentioned before, I can actually get quite tired. And I start whinging. She says I complain a lot, I can't think why. So I found the way to handle it, and gentlemen, this is a top secret, the way to handle being able to handle that shopping experience is to turn it into a hunt. And like every hunter knows, the best thing to do when you're hunting is to make sure you have regular watering holes. Know where the watering holes is, know where your food stops are. And that's what I do when I go shopping. I hunt. Don't like browsing, but I hunt and I make sure where my food is, and I make sure I know where the coffee shops are, and I regularly stop for them. Much to the frustration of my wife, who doesn't like regularly stopping, but I like stopping, and I'll have a coffee and I'll have a cake or something, and I'll have something to eat and drink, and then I'm able to keep going. It's important to fuel yourself, and this is equally so when you're talking about creativity. You have to take in, and you have to do the things which are going to give you energy as well as giving out energy. And I've got some, I think it's 5 top tips that you can do. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top tips that you can do so you can stay completely creative. Number 1, rest. It's very important that you rest. Now, they do recommend about 8 hours sleep a night. I find it very difficult to sleep for 8 hours. I might sleep for 6.5 hours and then I'm awake. The reason is because actually I have so many ideas running around my head continually. So yes, I do admit that every now and again you will find me falling asleep in the afternoon if there's not a lot on. It's that kind of thing. You make sure that you're always getting enough rest. Whatever you need to have rest, then do it. The reason for this is very simple. It's because your brain is a chemical factory and you need to give it time to get chemicals into it, or rather form chemicals out of the nutrients in the food. You can't weight train every day or exercise every day full strength without giving your body time to recover. You have to do the same with your brain. It's an organ in the body, you have to give it time. Even if you think it's going to take longer than you think it should do to create a particular task or project, always give yourself time to recover. Very important. The second thing you need to do, number 2, is to make sure that you are eating and drinking well. You make sure you're putting the nutrients in. Remember, it's a chemical factory and you need to make sure that you're bringing in the food so you're able to make sure your brain can form the right chemicals and come up with the great new ideas. Very, very important. Next thing is to have a balanced life. Okay, that means enough rest, play, and enough time with other people, and enough work. Make sure you're getting a balanced life. If you're not getting a balanced life, you need to really look at that and have a little bit of a think about it. If you're doing too much that gets you drained, then you might need to change your lifestyle. Because if you're not rested and you're not having a balanced lifestyle, then you're not going to be able to be creative. The next thing is to take in mentally stimulus. So read stuff, watch good stuff, think a lot, spend time thinking. I think a lot of people don't spend enough time thinking. What they do is they run from one project to the next project and they just don't stop to think. And thinking doesn't mean saying, I need thinking time, I'm going to sit down and think for a long time. It means actually thinking time as in not doing anything, just stopping, just chilling out. Because it's when we relax that actually our subconscious brain gets to work. And the final thing is learn to reflect. Find out, start writing a journal and you start thinking to yourself, what is it that's actually really good? What is it that's going to help you get more energy? How many people should you speak to? If you're an introvert, then you need to see less people and take more time off by yourself. Doesn't mean you have to stop, it just means you take it easier. If you're an extrovert, do you need more people around you? There's all sorts of things. Do you need to change your working environment? Do you need to go to a coffee shop to be more creative? I do that sometimes. Or do you actually need to just play loud music in your ears? I like dance music, it's great. Okay, those kind of things are really important to be able to stay constantly creative. So what I want you to do is keep a kind of diary if you can, or just notice the times when you feel more awake and more quiet, more tired, more rested, more creative. Look at those times and start asking yourself, what did you do to get them? Why don't you come and find me on Facebook? Come and say, be my friend. I will send you a message just to make sure that you're human. See you soon. Thank you.